Hey Libra, it's Ashley. We're going to be doing your full moon reading for the week of September 19th. The full moon is happening in the sign of Pisces. Excuse me, in the late degrees of Pisces. And so it's a bit of a triple whammy when it comes to release and surrender. So it's not only a full moon, which is about release and surrender, something that's been illuminated that needs to be released. The sign of Pisces is also about release and surrender and letting go of something. Now, it's also happening in the final degrees of Pisces, which is like the final degrees of the entire zodiac wheel. So some big cycle may be coming to an ending for you. Now, so far in the readings I've done, that ending is being met with a big new beginning as well. Even if that new beginning is just beginning to stir in the ethers. Right? So we'll see kind of what comes through for you. If this is your reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below and tell me about your experience of this reading. If it is not your reading and you don't feel that it applies to you, make sure you check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus placements, as this will not resonate for every single Libra that watches this video. What else? There is someone mowing outside, so my apologies ahead of time if you're able to hear that. Can't do anything about that, and we are on a schedule, so I need to get this recorded for you. So hopefully it's not too distracting. So let's see what's going on for Libra. So this will apply to the entire week of the 19th of September. You may be feeling the energy before and after, because we are looking at past, present, and future. We have the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Moon. The Queen of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Strength, the Ace of Cups, and the High Priestess. Alright, I bet you can hear that. He just kicked it on again. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Chariot. So Cancer energy showing up strongly so far in the reading. Could just be some serious movement happening for you. Could actually be a physical move. I would say it's probably movement on something you've been hoping for potentially some time here. So let's see here. Some sort of wish that you've been having, potentially for a stable long-term relationship. We do have the Queen and King of Fire here. It doesn't have to be a fire sign. Could just be a passionate coupling that's taking place. We have, let's see. So Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, and Taurus energy. If that is potentially the person for you, doesn't have to be. But I do feel like there's been quite a bit of self-reflection that's been happening. You know, when we get the Strength card, it's the number 8, so that talks about like self-work. Focus on self and just kind of building up the courage that maybe you haven't had in the past. Now that doesn't have to be like courage to do something like, you know, being brave. It could just be like being brave enough to look at yourself, you know, that takes courage as well. Now with the Strength card and the Chariot showing up, there is some semblance of you taking control of something here. You know, in the Strength card, she's in control of this lion. And in the Chariot, these horses are not, well, in this depiction, they have bridles on them. She's not holding, I don't see her holding reins. But typically in the Chariot, the driver of the Chariot does not have hold of reins. And so it's like taking control of something by exploring one's self. So the inner light and dark aspects of self. So we'll see how that kind of comes out to play. I do feel like there's an offer coming in here, a solid one. And very well could be a new beginning in love at the time of the full moon. Now we do have the moon showing up here. And it can be an emotional moon for you with this card showing up. It could be that some fears are also cropping up for you with the speed at which this might be coming in. And we are getting the setting boundaries card, so it could very well be that something lovely is coming in, but you're still kind of put in this position of exacting your own boundaries on the relationship. So let's see what additional details we can get here. So in your first row, which is signifying the past, we have Wish Upon a Star. And this little girl has a star over her heart and she's making a wish. Could very well be dealing with an Aquarius. Like when we think of the star card in the tarot, it is Aquarian energy. So could also have some healing, destined type energy to it as well. But it does feel like perhaps what you've been hoping for, wishing for, is some sort of stable commitment you've been attracting in, right? Let's see what we get. What do we have? The King of Pentacles. Could even be that you've been hoping for a spouse, someone who's worthy of marriage and like a real deep commitment, right? We have the Devil, so Capricorn energy coming in, and the Chariot. With the Queen of Wands, we're getting the Four of Wands and the Fool. And with the Strength card, we're getting the Queen of Pentacles. So 2 pairs now on the board. And the Knight of Wands. And so to me it feels like perhaps part of what you've been hoping for is not only something stable and passionate, but it could also be that you've been trying to get away from a situation, a relationship that wasn't very good. It was toxic. Or it just felt like you were bound to it. And it looks like what you're trying to attract in here is a brand new union along with your own freedom from said toxic relationship. Capricorn, Cancer, Aries, kind of that Aquarian energy coming through with the Fool and that Wish Upon a Star here, and more Capricorn here. So it does feel like perhaps the feminine energy of this dynamic is who is seeking a new passionate beginning, and getting away from kind of an in and out, toxic, breadcrumbing kind of energy, right? In the present moment, so this is at the time of the full moon, we have Earth Mother. Isn't that pretty? It says, feel loved and comforted. So it's not only Gaia energy and being very grounded and nurtured, it's also the divine feminine, right? And there's, I think it's in the Light Seers Tarot. Let's see if I can find it real quick. The Empress is Gaia. Let's see if I'm going to locate it without it taking all day. Now, I'm not using this deck today, but that's immediately what I thought of when I saw that. Where is it? Where is it? Bear with me. Hang in there. It's probably going to be the last card I see. Well, I guess it would be if I picked it up, huh? I guess I mean the last card in the stack here. There she is. See that? That similarity. So that's the Empress, the divine feminine, birthing something new, something grounded. It's really positive energy and just overall abundance, right? Like that's very Empress energy is new abundance. Now we have the King of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So it could very well be dealing with a fire sign as a new potential partner coming in here. Let's see what we get. What do we have? The King of Wands, Ten of Swords, Ace of Cups. I feel like this person comes in, you can see it in this depiction of the King of Wands. Look at his heart is on fire. Very passionate, nurturing energy. And the King of Wands, when he's in his most positive archetype, is very nurturing, and we have that love and comforted card here. So it could be that this King of Wands is wanting to come in and provide that for this Empress, this feminine energy. And he's bringing in that Ace of Cups. So let's see, what's the Page of Pentacles? Temperance. I feel like you've had to be really patient. That's also Sagittarius energy. And the Queen of Swords here. To me, this feels like that boundaries with that Queen of Swords. I feel like you're going to immediately speak up about what it is that you want, what it is that you expect, so that if this King of Fire isn't ready to provide that, well then step aside, right? What's this Ace of Cups? Ten of Cups. This is gorgeous, Libra. And Four of Cups. So it's like this, it's almost like a divinely guided offering as well. And perhaps maybe there's some, there's some passion for this new person. And it does feel like a new person with the Fool, the Four of Wands, Queen of Fire, King of Fire, and the Ace of Cups. This is a new person. But it may surprise you that this person is offering up this cup so quickly, perhaps. Or approaches you in a very gentle, loving manner that might be something you're not used to. right? Perhaps this King of Pentacles devil energy that you've dealt with in the past wasn't very gentle with you, right? Was a bit of a player, perhaps inconsistent. Could have very well been a long-term relationship that just never quite filled your cup, so to speak. So it could be kind of rather shocking to you in how they approach you, and how they treat you when it comes to your feminine energy. It feels like they honor you as the feminine rather than, you know, some of those distorted masculine tendencies to see you as an achievement, or, distorted masculine. You've experienced it, everyone has. So, and I don't mean men, I mean masculine. So just to be clear, this reading could be for a masculine person who is being honored for his internal feminine energy. So just take it as it resonates. Now, in the future, we have setting boundaries. And I love this deck. It is the... Where is it? Oh, I don't have it sitting out. I don't remember. I'll link it down below. But in this deck, there's several feminines with wild cats, and it really reminds me of that Queen of Wands energy. She's usually depicted with a cat, which symbolizes omens. She's a bit of a witchy woman. She attracts in what she wants. She's also very confident and powerful, and she brings things to her, right? She doesn't go out and take action. She draws it in. And with the setting boundaries card, it could be that you're stepping into your power to set boundaries with this person. And I think that's where kind of that Queen of Wands energy that I was talking about comes in as well. I almost get that you communicate it for your own protection and just for verbal clarity with this person. But I almost feel like they already know it. Intuitively, they're already picking up on what those boundaries need to be with you. So it's almost like you set the boundary, you state it, but there's something about your energy that's already projecting that out to this person. And they're figuring that out on an intuitive level. We do have the High Priestess here, the Moon, and the Knight of Swords. So we kind of talked about speed and how that might ignite some fears for you. Let's see what else we get here. Here we have the Moon, a Queen of Cups. So very well could be Cancer energy. And the Seven of Cups. I think you're communicating as well that you're not going to be someone's option. That you're looking for a deep, stable, loving commitment. You're not interested in being someone's fling. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. Messenger of Air, Ace of Pentacles. So you could very well be communicating that you want something stable. And the Three of Pentacles, a collaboration, something where you work with someone to build a foundation for a longer term relationship. With this High Priestess, what are we getting? The Five of Swords and the Five of Cups. Couple things coming in from that. and the Four of Pentacles. So I do feel like those fears kind of come up a little bit from past situations. You know, when we're presented with something that seems to be of quality, we can instantly go into our fear space about, oh, I don't know, do I trust this? Is this going to happen to me again? And I think what you're being called to release at this time for this full moon is not just this past toxic relationship. It feels more like releasing the conflict and the regrets of the past. Like the wound that tries to resurface and scare you out of this. It looks like you need to let it go, right? Now, I'm also getting that, like I said, this person intuitively already knows what your boundaries are before you've even said anything. I recommend you still say it, but if anything, just to give them confirmation of what they're already feeling. But I think they've already been picking up on the fact that you've been put through the ringer before. And I think that that's part of why they're approaching you as the divine feminine. They're coming at you gently and carefully, even if it's with some speed, with this chariot and all this quick movement energy that we're getting here. I think they're trying to be very delicate and nurturing to you. And I think it's because they know that you're a bit guarded up because of what you've had to deal with in the past. And so I feel like they may be moving quickly, but I think they're trying to approach you correctly. So go ahead and verbalize those boundaries, have that conversation so that there's no guessing, you know, going on between the two of you. But I think by doing so, and by setting those boundaries and being clear about it, and that you're not going to be someone's toy, right? I think that it almost is like reassuring to both of you as to how this is going to progress forward to this lovely new union energy that you've been attracting in and wishing for, okay? So I hope that was helpful, Libra. It looks great. I mean, that looks pretty good for a full moon type of experience, right? So I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.